Hi there and welcome to today's tutorial on Cashbook. Okay, so one of the things for your business studies that you need to be able to do is to do a Cashbook account. Okay, and I'm going to take you through how to do a Cashbook today. If you'd like some more videos, remember you can check out our website examrevision.ie. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/examrevision, and you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. So the first thing we're going to look at is a Cashbook. Okay, and this is typically what a normal Cashbook will look like. Okay, so you've got on your debit side and you've got a credit side. Okay, and on your debit side you've got the date, the details, the total, and on your credit side you've got date, details, and total also. So the first thing you're going to get is you're going to get one of these. Okay, and this is the information that you have to put into your Cashbook. Okay, so it says from the following information please prepare the analysed Cashbook for the Leeson and family for the month of September 2012. Okay, and then you've got all the different dates of different things that's happened, cash coming in and cash going out, and you've got the amount. So you've got to put this into your Cashbook. Okay, so on the debit side, this is where we show money received by the household. Okay, this the important word here is received. And on the credit side, it's where we show money being paid by the household. Okay, so money being paid. So all you have to do is you got to think: are you receiving the money or are you paying the money for the household? If you're receiving it, it goes on the debit side. If you're paying it, it goes on the credit side. Okay, so we're going to start putting this information into our Cashbook. Okay, so there's two things you need to know: is this is the debit side, DR, and this is the credit side. I guess we would say CR. Okay. So you see your information, and basically you just have to work out: are we receiving it or are we paying the money? Okay. So the first one is opening cash balance. Okay. So that's money that we're receiving. So it's going to be the 1st of September. So we'll say the 1st of the 9th. So we'll say balance. So and it's going to be brought down from the previous month. Okay, so it says the cash is 240. Okay, so as you can see here, the cash is 240. So in cash, you're going to put 240. And in the bank, it was 360. So 360 is going to go on here. Okay, the next one is paid for groceries on the 2nd of September. So as you can see, it says paid for groceries on the 2nd of September. Now, if you want, you can just you could tick these as you go along. So the next one is paid for groceries on the 2nd of December, so we'll say 2nd of the 9th. Groceries. Now I'm just going to say GRO because I haven't got much space. And that goes, you paid it with checks, that's going to be from the bank, so you put 70 in there. If it said paid with cash, well then it'll go into cash, and you have to also put 70 into the groceries. And I'll tick that one off then. The next one says I paid for petrol on the 3rd of September and it was 20. Okay, so if it just says paid for petrol, it doesn't say paid with a check or a debit card or a credit card, we're going to presume that was cash. Okay, so we'll say the 3rd of the 9th and we'll say petrol, so I'll just say petrol, it was €20 and we must put that into car. Okay, so put into cash and into car, and I'm going to give that one a little tick. The next one, withdrew cash from the bank. Okay, and that was 100. So you have to think in your head: are we receiving this money or are we paying it? Okay, so if you withdraw money from the bank, then you're going to be receiving the money. Okay, in cash on the debit side, but it's also you're going to be paying money from your bank account. Okay, so you're gonna actually pay money. I know you're paying the cash to yourself, but you're still paying money. So you're gonna have to represent it on the credit side and on the debit side. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll say the 5th of the 9th. We'll say bank. And on this side, we receive it in cash. So that's why we put €100 in cash. And on this side over here, it's on the same day, the 5th of the 9th. We will say cash because you paid cash. But it came from your bank account. Okay, So it came from your bank account. And this is the question that will trick most people. So withdrew cash from the bank, €100. So withdrew. So you received money, and how did you receive it? Did you receive it in cash or was it into your bank account? You withdrew the cash, so you received €100 in cash. That's why we say bank and put it into cash. And on the opposite side, the credit side, we will say cash as our details, and we will put it into €100 into our bank because it came from our bank account. Okay. The next one, received wages. So again, that's received. So we'll say the 6th of the 9th. We'll say wages. And we'll put $8.90 in bank because our wages went into our bank account, and $8.90 in wage. And we'll take that one off. The next one, paid electricity bill on the 8th of September. So we'll say the 8th of September. Electricity bill. And it was €45. How do we pay it? Paid it by cheque, which would be bank. So 45, and then I'll go into household bill, 45. We'll take that one off. The next one is lodge cash in the bank. So if you lodge cash into your bank, on this side, you'll have to it'll go into both sides. So on this one here, you're paying money with your cash into your bank account. So you're going to put €100 in cash. And on this side, you're going to say the same thing, the 9th of the 9th. We'll say cash. It says lodge cash in the bank. So you're receiving the money, but will you have it in cash this time? No, you'll have it in your bank account. So you must put this into your bank, €100. I'm going to give that a little tick. The next one, receive child benefit in cash. So it'll be the 17th of the 9th. Child benefit, CB. How did we get it? It says we got it in cash. So we get €60 in cash on this side. And then child benefit, we get €60. We'll take that one off. The next one, paid for groceries. So it doesn't say how we paid for it. It doesn't say debit card or check. So we're just going to presume that it's cash. So I'll say G or O for groceries. Groceries 80. So 80 will go into cash. And 80 will go into groceries. The next one is car services. Okay, so paid for car services, 25th of September. I'll say car services. Paid it from your bank, okay, because you took it from the ATM. So 78 goes into bank. And 78 goes into car. The next one is holiday. So you had a holiday on the 27th of the 9th. Say holiday. It was, doesn't say, so we're just going to presume it was cash. So we'll say €90. And it'll go into other, €90. Okay, so now that we've got all of our information, so I'll just tick that off. Now we've got all our information put into our debit and our credit side. The next bit is easy, okay? All we have to do is we have to add up all our cash on our debit side and all our bank on our debit side. Then we add up all our cash on our credit side and all our bank on our credit side, okay? And once you put the credit side figures over here, the debit side figures over here. Okay, so I've added up all the cash for the debit side and I got 400. I added up all the bank for the debit side and I got 1,350. So then I come over to my credit side, and for my cash and my credit side I had 290, and for bank I had 293. So the next thing you got to do is you got to work out, well, you got to look and see which one is the biggest, okay? So which side is the biggest for cash? So the biggest for cash, you've got 400 and you've got 290. Okay, 400 and 290. So the biggest one is going to be the cash, 400. The next one you look at is the bank. So you got 1,350 and you've got 293. So the biggest one here, you can clearly see, is going to be the debit side again. Now what we do is we need a minus the two cashes from each other and get the difference, and minus the two banks from each other and get the difference. So what I have here is I've got cash 400, take away cash 290. So if I take that away, that will give me 110 in the difference. So I write 110. And I do exactly the same for bank. So bank is 1,350 for debit side, 1,350. Take away the bank for the credit side, which is 293. And that gives me a total of 1,057. So basically the whole thing with these cash books is they must balance at the end. So you have to figure out which side do I need to add the difference into in order to make them balance. So do I need to add in this 110 into this side, or do I need to add it into this side? Now because this is going to be 400 and this is going to be 290, if I add 110 to 290, that will give me the 400 the same as this side. Likewise with the bank, I have 1,350 on this side, I've got 293 on this side, so if I add 1,057 to this side, then I'll have the same as this side, which is 1,350. So I'm going to do that now. So I'll say balance, so balance, carry down, so CD. For cash, we'll say 110, so that's what we worked out. And for bank, we will say 1,057, because that's what we worked out. Then what we'll do is, we'll draw a line along here, because we're going to add them up. And the line over this side as well, because we want to do it on the same line. And what you'll get is, we will get, on this side we'll get 400. We'll get 400. On this side we will get 1,350. In groceries it's 150. In car it's 98. In household bills it's 45. And in other it's 90. On the other side we should get 400. It should be the same for cash and bank. So bank could be 1,350. Wages will be 890. And child benefit will be 60. Now the very last thing you got to do is, because we basically fixed it and we made this balance, because we forced it, because we put in like the 110 and we put in the 1,057, we must bring this all the way down here and finish this underneath. And this will be our balance brought down for the next month. So see the way when you start with a balance brought down, this will be the balance brought down for the next month. Okay? So I will say the next month will be October, so I'll say the 1st of the 10th. I'll say balance BD brought down, and it will be 110 because that's what we added in. And for bank, it'll be 1,057. Okay? So I'm going to give you the solution now typed up, because I know my handwriting was a little bit messy and it's a little bit hard to see, but I wanted to do it so you can actually see me like doing it. Now, solution, okay, so here's the same question that we did. Here's all the things we had to put in, and here are all the figures in the correct place, nice and clear, okay? If you don't understand anything, please can you just rewind the video and try go over it again. For your exam, you must know how to do these, okay? So you must know how to do these, and it's really, really important that you understand why each thing is going where, okay? So basically, on the debit side, if you receive something, it comes in here. If it goes on the credit side, if you're paying something, it goes on this side. The one thing that they try to trick you with is by saying withdrew cash from the bank. So if you withdrew cash, you're receiving cash on this side, but it's also paying €100 from your bank account, because the money is leaving your bank account. I know it's going to you, that's why you must put it in this side. This is not a difficult question, you just need to keep practicing it. Okay, so watch my video over and over, make some notes, and then practice all the questions in your workbook. So that's it for this tutorial on Cashbook. That's all you need to know. We did it. That was the most difficult the questions will be. So just get your workbook, and just keep practicing the cash books, because the way to get these cash books and the budgets and these type of accounts in business studies is just to keep practicing them. Remember to check out more videos on our website examvision.ie. Please can you subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/examvision. Leave some feedback, let us know if it was good, if it helped you, and you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at examvision for you.